Yes.
We're live.
We're live.
Oh, that's nice that it says we're live right on the screen.
Right?
I'm kind of going to check to make sure we are actually live and it's happening. And great, I can hear myself and see myself and everything's great. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. Okay, welcome to the first episode live show of the Literally Dead Book Club. So if you just came here and have no idea what's going on, I started a thriller book club. I'm going to let Gabby talk in a minute, but first I'm going to give a really long intro because this is the first time this is happening. So every single month we're reading like a mystery, thriller, or horror book. I will have a special guest or multiple special guests, and we'll read something together. We're chatting on GoodReads. We're chatting on Instagram. I made a Twitter, but I haven't posted on it. Whoops. And yeah, and then we're going to do a live show every month that's like, 30 to 45 minutes. Just to chat with everybody about what they thought about the book. And that's pretty much it. So this month, oh my God, I thought I just lost it. No, last month we read The Other People by C.J. Tudor. And that was the first pick. This month, we're currently in March. We're reading Platform 7. And then next month, I announced that we're reading You're Not Alone. So pick these up if you can, so you're prepared for the next live shows. But today we're talking about The Other People. I want to know in the comments if you read it. Like, maybe give a thumbs up if you read it, and a thumbs down if you didn't and you're just here to hang out. That's my intro. My child actually is going to come home halfway through this, so I'm sorry if I have to parent for a moment. But I'm going to let Gabby introduce herself and explain the plot of The Other People.
Yes. Is it echoing for you at all?
I don't think so.
No. It sounds like it's oh. Okay, maybe it's not. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Hold on, can I leave the studio and come back in really fast? I feel like mine's okay.
Okay, we're getting okay, but also with the thumbs down, are some of you planning on reading it, or are you just like you have no plans to ever read it? Poor Gabby. Gabby, and again, Gabby doesn't have headphones, so hopefully this all works out. How's it working for you? The stress.
Hold on one sec.
Oh my God, so many thumbs up. That's great. Oh, Gabby. We'll make it work. As long as you guys didn't hear an echo, we should be fine. So I'll tell you again, this month is Platform 7. I'm reading this with Emma from Drinking by My Shelf. And then the following month, we're reading You Are Not Alone by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. I'll add Gabby in again. Poor Gabby. So this is like a brand new release. And then Platform 7 came out, I think it was like 6 months ago. So hopefully you can get your hands on either of these and read them with us. Though, based on some of the feedback I've seen for The Other People, I'm a little bit worried about picking Platform 7 because there are some things they have in common. We'll talk about that later in here. So You're Not Alone, I'm reading with Elias, and we're going to do a live show. I don't have the time for any of these yet. I don't know when the live show will be with Emma or Elias yet, but you can keep up to date on GoodReads and Instagram. Hey, Gabby.
Oh my gosh, hi, I'm an idiot. I literally had the YouTube tab open and it was like playing this live, and I was so confused.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Echoing, but I'm just an idiot. Okay, anyway.
Oh man, you're good.
Okay, I'm here now. I'm good.
All right. When you want to introduce yourself and then explain the plot of The Other People, that'd be great.
Okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm another booktuber. I'm actually a huge fan of Kayla. She's like one of my favorite people that I just love her. Like she inspires me so much. Anyways,
thanks.
Get that out there. And yeah, so we read The Other People, and The Other People is this adult thriller from the author who wrote Chalkman, which we both enjoyed. And this book is basically about this man named Gabe, and he sees, like, he's driving on the highway one night, and then he sees, or he thinks he sees, his young daughter Isabel in the back of this car, and he sees her mouth the word daddy, like she recognizes him, and then the car like takes off on this crazy chase, and he's trying to chase the car, and then he gets a phone call like 30 minutes later from the police, or does he call, or I think he gets a phone call. Yeah, he calls and he says like his daughter's been kidnapped or something, and then they tell him that his wife and his daughter are dead, and they think he actually had something to do with it. So it's kind of about how he spends the next like year or two trying to track down this car on a highway to try to get answers, because he thinks that his daughter's still out there, and the police are telling him that she's dead, and he doesn't believe them, and it's this whole wild thriller.
And there's a couple different perspectives. So like we have Gabe, but then we have, what is it? There's like a waitress.
Yeah, I know. She's like at a rest stop or something, or
yeah. And then we also have, what were their names? Fran and Alice. So there's like this older woman and her daughter Alice, and they are like watching, or no, they're the ones who are running away, but we don't know what from.
Yeah.
So those are all the different perspectives. My husband is here in the chat, you guys, just so.
Oh my gosh, love it.
So yeah, that's kind of the plot. I don't want to say we're gonna keep it spoiler. Here's the thing: the comments are already gonna spoil so many things, so don't read them if you're here. I think we're gonna try to keep it spoiler free for just a second, but then we're gonna have to get into spoilers. So, I actually have avoided reading or seeing anything from Gabby about The Other People. I have no idea if she hated it, if she loved it, if you felt mediocre. I have no fucking clue, and I'm so excited to find out right now.
Yes.
What you thought.
Oh my gosh.
Rating.
My rating was like a 3.5. So it was good, but I definitely had some issues with it, and yeah.
All right, chat. Tell us your rating, please.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be mostly 3s. I feel like most people feel the same as you. I love this book. Technically, I gave it like a 4, somewhere between a 4 and a 4.5. So like it's only 1 star different from you.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not like that drastically different of an opinion. But I know there are some people who really hated it. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 3s, 4s, 5s. Oh my god, that's exciting.
Dang, there you go.
There's some 2s.
Wow, right, very mixed.
Really mixed.
I know, wow.
Holy crap.
Very divided opinions here.
I know some people who I follow, I think Teresa and Rachel, who I would like to have as co-hosts someday on here, they both read it and hated it.
Oh gosh.
I'm pretty sure Rachel hated it. I think Rachel's in the comments. I think so. I know Teresa left a scathing review on Goodreads that I just loved. So,
oh my gosh.
I think the thing about thrillers is I can always understand if somebody doesn't like it. Or like I always, because there's so many different like preferences.
Yeah. I know, I found it crazy how different it was from the Chalkman. Like I thought it was so different.
Interesting, like in writing style?
Yeah, and then like plot, like it just felt like very different. But
I know I want to get into spoilers because I just have so many things to say that they're spoilers.
Yeah, I know it's hard to talk about like anything about this book without spoilers. I feel like.
I know. Okay, so oh yeah, Rachel gave it 2 stars. Darn it! Oh my gosh, you guys, I loved this book. Which is I'm kind of surprised that you didn't. Well, a lot of people said they were surprised that I gave it 4.5 stars. So I want to know why people were surprised about that, because I feel like this book is really like my brand. It's like it's like a thriller, but it might be a psychological thriller, and it's like really action packed. And every single chapter has like a ridiculous, over the top, like cliffhanger, and then there's also some other things happening in here.
Yeah.
So we're into spoilers. I can't. There's
Yeah.
no way we can.
Let's just get into it.
Leave if you don't want this completely ruined for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 3 seconds. This is paranormal. I went blurry because I got so excited. I love books that have like an unexplained paranormal or supernatural thing, but that's why I understand why so many people didn't like it, and I respect it because I know that's not people's thing, which is why it makes me nervous that we picked Platform 7, because this is like pitched as paranormal.
Yeah.
This you didn't know going in was paranormal. So I want to know, Gabby, I feel like you and I have both liked things that don't tell you they're paranormal going in, or just have like an unexplained paranormal thing, and we both liked them. So did that part ruin it for you, or was that completely unrelated?
I feel like I was super intrigued by the paranormal part of it at the beginning, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I kept writing notes like towards the beginning. I was like, holy shit, this is paranormal, like, and getting so excited about it. But then I just feel like it never really got explained. And then I feel like, which I know it's not like always an issue for me, but for some reason with this book, I just wanted more and like more understanding about what Isabella like what like explain, like was she paranormal herself, or was she able to like communicate and go through to like another world? You know what I mean? Like it was just very unexplained, and I just felt like the ending was so dramatic, and like that scene where she's like I don't even remember exactly, but when she's like in the air, like something happens and there's this huge event, it kind of felt like the ending of like The Conjuring 2 or something. Like I don't know if you remember me, but like I was just like, what is happening? Like like I just found the ending very like hard to follow with the paranormal stuff, and I just don't feel like it was explained as well as it could have been. Like I don't know, but yeah,
I get that. I get it.
Yeah,
I respect it. But I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like everybody who was like, "Oh, the paranormal thing ruined it for me," or "I wish there had been no paranormal stuff," or if it had been full paranormal, like I just disagree with so much.
Yeah. Like I can totally see why you would love it. Like I do wish I would have loved it more, but I was just so like cynical when I was reading. I was like, what the heck? Like
I think I just like unexplained magic that's just like that just leaves you so unsatisfied. I don't know why I like that so much. I know we're talking about the negatives about this book for a lot of people, but I do kind of want to start with the negatives because it was such a polarizing book. I do want to know what, if that's not what it was, what made you all dislike it if you did. We'll talk about what we loved about it, but I want to know like if that's it, or if for everybody, if they had some different things.
No, because, I feel like I had like, well, I personally wasn't a huge fan of the way the plot twists were revealed at the end, because I felt like it was like, especially with the lady that was like the cleaning lady or whatever that was living at the house that he like owned or whatever at the end, at the end of the book. And I felt like
caretaker?
The caretaker lady. I felt like as soon as he questioned her, she just like revealed all of her like villainous plans, and it was all very like it was like the moment he asked her about it, she was like, yes, it was me, and like it was just kind of cheesy. I was like, okay, really? Like she could have played that off like longer, like I don't know, it felt kind of cheesy that way. And then like just the whole ending just kind of like fell apart. I was kind of questioning too, like why would Fran take her daughter to the house when she was like planning on doing all of those things? Like, how she said like that's how like they swapped out Isabel and the girl or whatever, but I'm like, but why does she bring her daughter to this place when she knows like somebody's about to get killed and it's going to be like a violent situation? Like I was just so confused, like why she would even bring her daughter unless she planned to like swap the girls or something, like why would she do that as a mother? Like why?
Right. That makes sense.
It's just like very strange.
I feel like they're to be perfectly honest, I think I've read like 20 books since I finished this one. So I'm starting to like forget things, and I'm rethinking these live shows and how early I need to do them in the book.
No, I was thinking the same things. I've been reading my notes for the last like 20 minutes trying to remember everything about the book.
I feel that.
It's like, it's been so long.
If any of you want to correct us on anything, go for it. I don't even remember what you're talking about, Gabby.
Yeah.
I'm like, she brought her daughter. Why did she bring her daughter? Was that explained? It must have been. I didn't question it, but I don't know now. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, it was like yeah, it was barely like touched on at the very end of the book when she was asking why, like, because I think it was like Katie, because like Katie and Fran are like sisters, right? And then they revealed that Fran was like set up with the other people or whatever, right? Like she was like supposed to go and kill, was it Gabe or something? And then, or was it his wife? And then the daughter was just there, and like, I don't know, I can't remember.
Oh my god, okay, people are perfect. Yes, Katie was the waitress. Fran's daughter. Oh yeah, she didn't have anybody to watch her. Okay, but is that a good enough reason if you know people were going to die? So I originally gave it 4.5 stars when I finished it, and since I feel like that sun on my face is great. Since I feel like it's gotten a little forgettable, I think I am bringing it down to 4 stars. But I still like have positive feelings about it, and a lot of the things I questioned, like I too don't like big villainous monologues. But for some reason, I didn't question it in here, and maybe it's just because I was enjoying so much the unexplained paranormal stuff that I just forgave everything else.
Yeah, no, that's totally valid. Like I totally feel like that in some books. Like it just works in the moment, and I feel like if you have like genuine hype about a book when you're reading it, then that's like the love of reading. You know, like that's what makes it all like worthwhile.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to remember your rating on the Chalkman. Was that a 4?
I think I gave it 4 stars. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So I guess I liked this one similarly. I'd love to know if you guys in the comments read the Chalkman, or if you're going to read the Chalkman. Okay, Rachel said, any chance someone can explain this whole thing that Gabe and his hit and run when he was younger was also set up by the other people?
I know, what?
Was it set up by the other people? Right, it was, right?
I'm having trouble remembering that now.
I think everything got linked together in this book, which is something that I really liked. But I know I saw some feedback from people that said it was too connected and it was too like convenient, I guess.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, a lot of you want to read the Chalkman. That's exciting. I think you'll still like it. Oh, you don't? This person doesn't think the hit and run was connected. Maybe I'm nuts. That was probably the biggest like plot twist for me.
Finding out about the girl in his past.
Yeah, because he like ran over a girl and she was the one in the coma the whole time.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite like twist in here because I did not see it coming. I don't think what were the other twists in here. I think Alice being Izzy was a big twist, but I think everyone pretty much saw that coming.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it was so expected that it was almost surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, there's 2 little girls in this book. They're probably the same girl. But then you think, like, that's too easy.
Well, and, like, isn't that so crazy that his, like, was it his dad or his wife's dad that, like, falsely identified the body just to, like, what was his situation again? I can't remember, like, why he did it, but, like, what the hell?
Yeah, it had to do with did that have to do with the other people, or did that have to do with the fact that he killed somebody?
I don't know.
Or not killed her, sorry. We're using the wrong words. It wasn't a hit and run because he didn't run.
Yeah.
And he didn't kill somebody because she was technically in a coma for the last, like, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting because somebody I saw on Goodreads noticed the fact that the caretaker said she'd been taking care of her for 30 years. I totally missed that hint.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, somebody was, I guess the caretaker was like, oh, I've been taking care of this coma girl for 30 years. And that's how that person knew that it wasn't Alice or Izzy in the coma, it was somebody else. But I completely missed that clue.
Oh.
Because the whole time I was like, the coma girl's obviously Izzy. Like, it has to be Izzy, or it has to be. Yeah, so that was interesting.
Weird. What did you think about the whole thing with like the Sandman and like the Samaritan dude and like?
It's interesting because I've seen in other people's reviews. I want to know what you guys think about the Sand. My child is home. I think everybody seemed to like the Sandman person, but I feel like that was kind of a forgettable part for me, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Did you like that whole?
I feel like I was interested in it at first, but then I feel like I quickly like kind of lost interest once I started to like figure out his deal. But I don't know.
Oh,
it seemed like too obvious to me that he like went up to him when he was about to kill himself, right? And he was like trying to be friendly with him and being like, "Don't do this." It just seemed like he had some kind of intention with him, and like, I don't know. I just found it all strange.
Yeah. It's so funny how there's so many different opinions. Some love the Sandman, and then somebody's like totally unnecessary. Thanks. I got a brownie.
Ooh.
There was a bake sale. Thanks, homie.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now I want to know what you guys liked about it. If you did like it. I hope so. I think there are some things that we definitely liked in here. I think my favorite part is like the heavy-handed cliffhangers, because it reminded me of remember the One by John Mars?
Oh, yes.
So that was kind of similar in that there were a bunch of different perspectives, and every chapter would leave on like, and then he opened the door and saw something crazy.
Yeah.
And then you jump to the next perspective. Like, I had to keep reading. This book was so engaging. While it might be a little forgettable, I like, it was addictive. Like, I had to finish it. So I think that's probably my favorite part, because I just love a gimmick, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. I like flew through this book so fast because I was like, I need answers now. So like, that's always a good sign. But I also I liked the idea and the concept behind the other people, and like how mysterious and kind of like crazy it was. Like, I don't think I've ever read a book that involves kind of like dark internet like thing like that before. Like, it's just very interesting. But
I agree. I feel like it could be like she could turn this into a series if she wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, the ending kind of suggests that maybe she would, right? Like the epilogue.
That's true.
It was like that guy at the graveyard or whatever was just like, oh, you might help if you talk to some other people, and it kind of like led into somebody else getting tricked into it.
Right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because like she could write just the concept of the other people could be like even like completely unrelated characters and unrelated stories and just totally different things all revolving around this like revenge forum.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's scary to think.
Oh gosh.
Real group of people.
That would be terrifying.
Oh no.
I'm sure there are things that was like similar to this that exist. Like there has to be, right?
Yeah. Oh shoot, I put a comment on the screen now. I don't know how to get rid of it. Oh, that's funny.
I know, I'm not super familiar with StreamYard, so like
I'm just gonna leave that comment on forever unless someone tells me how to get rid of it. Oh yeah, The Chain. Have you read The Chain?
Yeah.
You did? Is that kind of a same concept? Someone just said it's kind of like The Chain.
Kind of, in a way, I guess, yeah. The Chain was also like a 3-ish star book for me. It was good, like in the sense that it kept me hooked until the end, but I feel like the last bit of it really like dropped the ball.
Oh gosh.
But that would be a really good one for a live show to talk about, because there's so much to talk about with that one.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
This is actually a great place to ask, would you guys like to read The Chain for a book club? Let me know. Oh, a lot of people already read it though.
Yeah, that book is super interesting.
All right, I want to know what other people liked about this book.
Did this book remind you of Doctor Sleep by Stephen King at all?
Oh, sure.
Because I don't know why, it just kind of like some of it just reminded me of that book. I don't really know why.
I think in general, C.J. Tudor reminds me of Stephen King as an author.
Yeah, that's true.
Like with the
the
Chalk Man.
reminded me a lot of it.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody said that her books are like a ripoff of Stephen King. I don't agree, but
I feel that. I don't know why. I feel like I feel like it was just like the whole idea of the little girl being kind of like paranormal and supernatural in some way. Okay. It reminded me of like the Abra girl and Dr. Sleep. And I don't know.
That is something I like about Stephen King, is like that he just puts paranormal shit and doesn't need to explain it. So I think that's something that I just really like.
Yeah.
Yes to the chain. What else did I like? I wrote some. You know what I liked? I liked being confused for 300 pages. I just really enjoy not knowing what's going on and knowing I'm not going to know for a long time.
That's true. I think that's how you know it's like a good thriller, is when you kind of like can't immediately predict where it's going. Like that's like the best part for me.
Yeah, the thing about having like a paranormal element thrown in there too is that like you can't predict everything. And there's like that whole pebble thing was like throwing me off for so long. I was like, what do you mean pebbles? What's happening? And I kept trying to convince myself it wasn't paranormal. It's like there has to be a reason for this.
Yeah.
I wrote down a bunch of my favorite plot twists.
Somebody said I hated the romance, and like that was also something that I was like, what? At the end of the book.
I feel like it could have taken it, like if it could have gone further, and I was a little nervous that it would.
Yeah, that was like that threw me off so hard. I was like, wait, they're together at the end. I was very confused by that.
I don't know. Did you guys like Steve? He was the cop who was one of the sisters' boyfriends, and he turned out to be part of the other people.
Oh.
I liked all those. I really liked the cast of characters because there's so many people, and you never knew how each person was involved. Were they involved with the other people? Were they involved with the hit and not run? Like what? There's so many different people.
Yeah. Some people were asking what romance. I was talking about the romance between Gabe and Katie at the end.
Yeah.
I honestly can't even remember this Steve character.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm totally having trouble remembering like who he even is.
I feel like you're gonna drop your rating.
I know.
Like it was a 3, but oh my god, I can't remember anything. I think it's just because there were so many, because of all the things I liked, the fact that it was so cliffhangery and that there were such short chapters and so many perspectives. Those are all things I loved, but that does make it easy to forget.
Yeah.
When there's so many things happening. Oh my god, if you ask me about this book a year from now, I'm not going to be able to tell you a single plot point.
Right?
Big yikes.
Oh my god.
Okay, my favorite plot twist. Not even plot twist. My favorite reveal in here was when, I don't even remember who said it. Oh, I think it was a Samaritan. He was like, he wasn't, but he was like, he was saying that the car was going the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
That fucked me up because I was like, how did we read the very first scene of this book was so jarring. If you haven't read it, you guys, it's just like the whole scene where he sees his daughter in the backseat of someone's car. And it's like the most anxiety I've felt reading, because it's like he sees her and he's following his car for so long, and then he's like, what if I'm crazy? Like, what if it's not really her? So he pulls off to like call home to check on his kid, and then his kid isn't there, and he's like, oh my god, I just lost the car now, who's carrying my child? It's like crazy. But it's funny because he was driving home at the time, and the car in front of him with his daughter in it would also be traveling towards the house. But
I
then at
know
the
that.
end,
Yeah,
the Samaritan was like, how did you not notice that the car wasn't, if they didn't take your kid and they weren't running away, they were heading towards your house. Like, how did you not think about
yeah,
that? And it kind of fucked me up.
yeah. No, that was super interesting. I really liked the reveal too when they found the car like in the lake and stuff, and then they found the body in the trunk, and I was like, who the hell is that? Like what? Like that was really
Yeah, there were so many like reveals that I just wasn't expecting. Like that finding the car happened so much earlier than I think I thought
yeah,
too. So I was
yeah,
like, I remember there kept being all these things happening, and I was like, how do we still have 300 pages left? How do we still have
right?
200 pages left? So
Yeah,
many, oh my god, so many reveals.
yeah, yeah. That was a pretty good reveal too. When like Fran, the one when Fran got killed, but it was like it kind of didn't tell you like that she got killed right then or something. It was kind of like the way it was written. I don't know. It was like so mysterious. It was like, wait, did she just get killed? And then you find out like a chapter later or something that she got killed. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That one was really good.
I think like just the idea that the other people was a message board was also surprising. Like I liked that element. I think I wanted it even more. And it's funny because in my arc, I'm really glad I didn't read the first page because my arc actually talks about the message board and talks about like the dark web because I think
Oh, what?
I know the whole thing is you don't know what the other people means, and he gets like what is it like a
Yeah, what?
notebook where he sees the word the other people written down. He looks into it, but my arc is like,
Yeah.
what is the other people? And there's an answer right there.
What?
I know. It's
That's
crazy.
really weird.
I feel like it would kind of ruin it for me if I knew that going in.
I know, because that's like a part of the reveal, like almost is learning about the other people.
What's your
Weird.
me?
Oh yeah, the mirror scenes were super creepy.
So people said who forgot was in the car, or they forgot who was in the car. Who was in the car? Who was in
I know,
the
I'm trying
trunk?
to remember.
Was that the
Was it?
dad?
It wasn't. No, was it the Samaritan's son or whatever?
Oh, was it?
Was it that whole thing, right? That got revealed at the end. Oh, I can't even remember now.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think. Yeah, I know it was the Samaritan that killed Fran,
Right.
but then was his reason for that because like she had killed his son or something?
The guy was someone random. He was the person who helped kill Gabe's family.
Oh.
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 Oh my god, it's been so long since I read this book.
I know.
There's so many different. Oh my god, there's so many things that happened in here.
I know.
This isn't
Like,
a book review. This is a you remind me what happened in this book. Yeah, right? I need
I
a
know.
flow chart.
Yeah.
So
Same.
many people.
It's like it sucks because I've read so many thrillers since this book. So
Oh
like in my brain
no.
they're just all scrambled like together. I'm like, wait, what?
That's so funny. I think the only thing that really bugged me in here that brought it down from a 5, because like I can forgive all these other things that I'm talking shit about.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that really bugged me was the daughter's age. Like she was supposed to be like 7 or 8, but she definitely like talked like a teenager, and I kept forgetting that she was supposed to be a child. Because like I have a child and I know how children speak, and she was like a 15-year-old.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I also felt like I wanted more of an explanation on like how the other people would, because like they would just I felt like it wasn't really explained whether like if you put on there that you wanted to like have this or whatever, it didn't say if you would have to go out and kill somebody else to like return the favor. You know what I mean? Because like I
Right,
thought
like what
that's
the
what
rules
was
were.
implied. Yeah. But then like I don't think they ever like followed through with that. Like I don't know. Like they didn't make it clear if that was something you'd have to do in order to get your wish or whatever you put out there,
Right.
I don't know, it's just kind of confusing.
I'm glad that everyone in the comments is answering each other's questions so we can all help understand the book better. Because so many people are like confused. And I'm glad everyone is here to like help explain it. think next time I'm going to have to do a vlog. Somebody just said do a vlog reading the book club book. I think that needs to be a requirement because then I can remember even like what I thought.
I know. I should have taken better notes while I was reading it because I knew this would happen.
Okay, who was everyone's like favorite character and then least favorite character? So I saw somebody say they like Katie. I don't think that's a standard answer. She's a pretty like, I don't know, kind of badass.
Yeah.
She's a pretty strong character. Rachel liked Gabe. I could not stand Gabe's like decisions, but I think that was important for him as a character. I don't think we were supposed to like him necessarily.
Yeah. I mostly just felt bad for him like the entire book.
For sure.
Because you can just tell how desperately he was like wanting answers and wanting his daughter back. Like I think I've like, I don't know, connected to his character the most because I felt his like,
Yeah. But then I don't know, he like, what was the one thing I was like yelling? When he found the car to begin with and there was a person in it and he didn't call the police.
Oh, I know. He was just like,
what are you doing?
Yeah. I know.
You're going to get in trouble later.
Like, I know, but maybe it's because he didn't like trust the police, like because they already screwed him over with like everything else. Maybe he just thought he like couldn't trust them anymore. Like I don't know.
Oh, I know. But he was putting himself at risk. He could have gone to jail.
Yeah, no, that was stupid.
Okay, you didn't like Gabe's mother-in-law. A lot of people are saying Jenny's parents. That's his wife that died. I was convinced for a bunch of the book that like maybe she wasn't dead either, and I was waiting to see like if that was going to be a reveal.
I know, like his wife.
Yeah, Gabe's mother-in-law was brutal. Everyone liked The Samaritan. I feel like I need to reread it and love The Samaritan. Because I think I was just like ignoring him a lot of the time. I was like, whatever, I don't care. Who is this stupid guy? Okay, it's been like half an hour. I feel like we've chatted it out. If you guys have any like questions or things you want to talk about before we wrap it up, let me know. Favorite and least favorite scenes? I think the first scene was probably like the most impactful. And then the scene where he like hit that girl with his car.
Yeah.
I think just like the visceral scenes were the most memorable to me. Because I was like, oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah.
Least favorite scene. You know what? All of like the weird italicized like coma girl moments.
Yeah.
Not really for me.
Yeah, they didn't super work for me either.
I think I started skimming them to be honest, because I think they were kind of repetitive now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, they were, and I was confused too whether that was like paranormal, like what was happening. Like it was just kind of hard to follow.
Yeah, for sure. I saw some people say that they didn't know, they thought maybe the story was like non-linear, and that fucked me up for a second. Because like imagine if like the scene where he sees his daughter kidnapped, like what if that scene was actually the last scene?
Yeah, what?
Or like they were in a different order. And I was like, you're thinking way too hard about this.
I never even thought of that. What the heck?
I know. Wouldn't that be such an interesting book? I wonder if I've read a book like that where the scenes are out of order but you don't know.
Yeah. It's like that movie Memento. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah.
So good. That's like the best like non-linear story that I love.
I did see that mistake and it confused me. And I'm glad you brought it up. Weird. There was a part where like Gabe was talking and he was like, oh, blah, 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 Izzy's parents. And I was like, aren't you Izzy's parent?
Oh, what?
There was like a spelling mistake. It was weird. Up. Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that one.
It was upsetting.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that Gabe so quickly figured out the password. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Oh, wait, what scene was that?
It was like when he got like the notebook for the other people or something, and then it was like he went to go online, and then it was like, "What's the password?" And he just like immediately figured it out. It's like, what? I was like, okay, sure.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I was like, what? It just happened.
Here's the thing: when books do have like a paranormal or supernatural element, sometimes like everything else just goes out the window as far as believability.
Yeah.
And you just like have to be on board or not. Oh,
wait, what is the thing about Bible being connected? Oh, because that was the password. It was like related.
Yeah, it was like it was the Bible verse. This was the password.
And what?
Oh, that's
I don't know about that one.
Oh my god. Yeah, I like the dark web stuff, but maybe like the actual semantics of the dark web are just a little.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I'm still kind of confused about that. Like, were his wife's parents, because they're the ones who misidentified Izzy.
Yeah.
But like, was their reasoning like good enough for why they would do that? He just like hated Gabe so much.
I know, but like
your daughter's like off being kidnapped, and you're just okay with that? Your granddaughter?
Wasn't it something to do with the other people, like why he had to do it or something? Like, I can't remember.
Maybe. Oh my god. There's too many characters in this one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's move on. I'm gonna forget about this book a couple months from now. I'm glad I have this live show to come back to and read all of these comments. Next time someone asks me a question about the book, I'll be like, go look at the live show. All these people know more than I remember.
I know. It's crazy how much you forget in like a few weeks.
Yeah, especially with thrillers. I feel like this doesn't happen to me with most other genres.
Yeah.
But it's like so much happened in such a short time period.
I know, maybe it's because like you spend so much of the book trying to predict where it's going that like when you actually read about what happens, your brain just kind of forgets about it quickly because you remember like your theories about it more than you remember the results, you know?
That's so true. I think that perfectly explains it. Oh my god. Right now, this has an average rating on Goodreads of 3.92, which is pretty high considering the Chalkman's at a 3.7.
Yeah, what?
So I guess people are actually liking this more than the Chalkman, which is very interesting.
I wonder if it has like the same amount of ratings as opposed to the Chalkman.
Like, yeah, or like because it just came out, maybe it's got some of those like fake 5 stars.
Yeah.
You know, people rate it before they read it because they're excited about it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I think that's pretty much it, peeps. I'm glad you tuned in. I don't even know. Oh, 384 people are here chatting about it. Thanks for joining us. I didn't even notice that number the entire time. Oh, good question.
Oh, The Hiding Place.
Her third book that's out.
Oh, is it already out?
Yeah, it came out before this one, but I haven't heard many people talk about it.
Yeah. Is it a thriller?
Yeah, I don't actually know too much about it, so you guys should let me know if I should check it out. I think, I rated both her books 4 stars, so I might as well give it a go someday.
Yeah, no, I think I'm definitely interested in reading more from this author. Like, I do like her writing style. Like, I think her thrillers are so fast to get through. I love that in a thriller.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it came out before. Wait, that was her date. Oh, interesting. I think I might go back. I think I will check out whatever she comes out with next. So
yeah,
for sure.
I thought Chalkman was her debut for some reason.
Me too.
Maybe
who the heck knows? Yeah. All right, that's it for our live show. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Gabby if you're not already, because she's great. I feel like you've been making videos like almost as long as I have.
Yeah, I know, about the same, because you just had your like 5 years pretty recently, right? Yeah.
I feel like you have some
Yeah,
interesting
very
things. Go
crazy.
back
I
and
think I
watch
made
all
my
of
channel like right after yours.
crazy. Go back and watch all of Gabby's 5-year-old videos. See what she's been up to all
Not
these
all
years.
of them.
All of them. All right.
Oh
We
my
will
gosh.
see you. Well, I will see you in a month, and maybe Gabby will come back for another live show in the future months of
Yes,
the
thank you
book
so
club.
much for having me. For real, this was so great.
Of course.
I love every time I get to collaborate with you. It just like makes my heart so happy. So
Oh my God, you're so nice.
I really appreciate it.
And thank you guys so much for all the participation on Goodreads. There are so many things that everyone's chatting about in our Goodreads group. So make sure you go in there and pick up Platform 7 so you can also participate. I think just naturally we're going to have less people next time because this is a more like talked about author in general. I've literally never even heard of this author until you guys picked this book. So I really hope some of you decide to pick it up so you can have a nice conversation as well next time.
Yeah.
And I'll see you then.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.